Boxing King Media in association with Boxro. Gareth A. Davies. Gareth, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Very good. Well, Boxing King.
Thank you, man. So, just starting off with, your name was brought up in the press conference. We spoke about it earlier. What was your initial reaction when you heard Dillian mention your name?
Well, slight embarrassment, of course, because you don't want to be singled out from 300 media sitting here. But I think Dillian was just making the point. Obviously, I've known Dillian a long time. I want to make this clear that I've always said to him I thought he'd become a world champion. I'm not picking him to win on Saturday night, but it wouldn't be a complete shock to see him become world champion. I think he will be one day. I think he's got that in him. I think he's an extraordinary character. Deeply respect him. I think he was just having a pop back at me for when we were here for the first press conference. He wasn't here, and I had a lot of opinion about it. And I said I thought he might regret it one day, that he should have been here, that it would have been great. So we wanted him here, and I think the promotion would have benefited from that. He's here now. You know, he's had his say. I haven't seen him since the press conference. He'll probably give me a little tug in the, or a little, or a little body shot. Hopefully not too hard. But look, we're in a sport of opinions. I gave an opinion. He's got an opinion back. It's as simple as that. There's nothing, there's nothing deeply malicious about it. And I think he was just saying, I saw your comment, as a lot of other media commented as well. You know, Dillian and I know each other, and I think he just singled me out. It was more an embarrassing moment than anything. But listen, been in the sport. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I love all these guys. I mean, my life is telling their stories, so and having opinions. And like I say, this is going to be I think it's going to be an incredible fight on Saturday night. Dillian Whyte never gives up. Tyson Fury has the better boxing skills and may be able to land early and keep him off, and Dillian will keep coming. I think we are in for something special.
I hope so. Just a quick mention on the 300 plus media here. Me and you were here a couple of months ago, and it was probably a quarter of the turnout that there was today. Do you think that was mainly down to what's going on outside boxing with the whole MTK Daniel Kinnan thing? Do you reckon people are trying to have pops at that?
No, I think this is a really, really big event. And, we've got international media here in Fight Week now. We didn't have the international media when we were here, 5-6 weeks ago. No, this is a big event. And hopefully it crosses over. And we know it's sold 94,000 seats for spectators. Let's hope it crosses over in pay-per-view terms into the mainstream as well, because it's worthy of that. It's a really big fight. Whatever anyone says about Dillian Whyte, he's waited for his moment. He's waited 3 years for this moment. It's the right time. He's getting paid really well, $8 million, and he knows if he wins, he gets $4 million more. So. No, it's a big event. I don't think it's anything to do with what's been going on around the edges of boxing, with the US Treasury statement last week.
With regard to that, MTK have announced that they're ceasing operations today. I don't know if you've heard or not.
I've only just heard about it. I've been inside Wembley all day, doing radio, doing videos, doing the press conference.
What kind of impact do you think that could have on all the boxers that they manage? Because they manage a lot of good fighters worldwide. Yeah,
well, it is going to have an impact, isn't it? But that will roll out in the next few days, and I'm sure we'll get lots of reaction as a result. But I think, they only ceased trading a few hours ago, didn't they? So we will see what the repercussions are over the next days and weeks, I'm sure.
Obviously, the last question I want to ask you is, were you surprised how friendly both guys were with each other? Because I think everybody was expecting a bit of beef, but they were sound, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was surprised. I think they've waited so long and they're so near the fight now. And this is where Dillian's really matured, in my view. He used to need an enemy to fight in Fight Week, and he'd be quite emotional about it. He's so mature and experienced now. He knows that it's not worth giving anything away at this point. They're 72 hours from walking to the ring. They've prepared really hard. Dillian's waited 34 years for this opportunity. He survived in Jamaica as a small child against the odds. His story. I wrote an interview with him in Telegraph this week, and you just read it back and you can't believe some of the things he's talking about. And he's a shining example. And I think they both showed that in the press conference today when they calmed their entourages. Let's do it on Saturday night, in a ring, legally, with our hands wrapped, with 3-minute rounds, potential of 12, for the World's Heavyweight Championship, the WBC title, a lot of money on the line. Let's not waste time doing it now. Yeah, it would have melted the internet if they'd gone at it today, but I think they did the right thing, and they'll do the right thing on Saturday night, which is bring war.
On that note, Gareth A. Davies, thank you so much for your time.
Always a pleasure, my brother.
Thank you.